Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Joe Bach from Box Garage, and I'm here with my Chevrolet Silverado EV, and this will be our second towing test. I did one a couple weeks back, got a lot of mixed reviews and comments on it, and that's kind of to be expected because I was mixed and stuff on the truck. I towed my Bronco, which weighs about probably 8,500 pounds, on my 14,000 pound trailer, which puts us pretty much at capacity for the towing. I got some tips and tricks in the comments that I actually did try on a new trip, and I'll share those results at the end. But today we're doing something a little bit different. Tim, you might know him from our Bronco Roundup videos, invited Ben and I upstate to go to his father's pig roast, and that's where I'm off to today. Ben beat me up there by a day and broke his collarbone on a pit bike this morning. So I'm like, you know what? Let me bring the trailer up, and I can tow his truck back. So not only is that a good thing to do so he doesn't have to go drive around all miserable, but also it'll give us some good baselines for towing, not the Bronco. It'll be an empty 14,000 pound deck over trailer, and then on the way back he has an F-150, which should be a lot lower, a lot more aerodynamic, and also a lot lighter. So what I'm going to do is, I've been driving around a ton, so I actually have to hit a Tesla charger to top this thing off, and then I'm going to go shoot up there. It's 4 hours. It's 255 miles, and what I'm going to do is just drive like I normally would with a trailer. I'm not going to go slow. I'm not going to do anything. This truck should perform like a truck, and if not, I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm just going to resetting my trip calculator. They were all jumbled up anyway from the mileage I was getting from towing, but yeah, now we'll get another tow test in and see where it goes. I also have only 65% battery, and look, it auto adjusted for having my trailer hooked up. That'll change now, but I'm gonna go top off at a Tesla charger and away we'll go. So I've been putting on a ton of miles. I probably need to buy a better charger for my house now since I've been putting on the miles, but it was not fully charged when I got it this morning, so I'm at a Tesla charger taking up a bunch of spots, but luckily this is a pretty good one with tons of area, so I wouldn't do this at a full one. But anyway, we're topping off. So we're charged to 87%. To get to 100, be another 50 minutes, and I'm not going to wait for that. So we're going to see how the range is. Should be about 250 miles, I believe. And I think we could do it. All right, 88%, 253 miles. We are off. So I told you guys I was going to use this the way I would any other truck. I've got my cruise set to 75. We're pulling out of Matamoros up 84, and we're gonna see how it goes. So I've got 167 miles left, and I'm at 42% range. So I dropped down like 40 something percent. If we look at my vehicle status, I've been averaging about 1 mile per kilowatt, which is better than when I had the Bronco on, but not by much. I've been probably averaging about 70 for speed. So this is still awful. This is an empty trailer, so that kind of sucks. While I'm here, I will go and reset trip 2 to see if it gets any better from here. And I think I'm going to turn down my gain on my trailer. People said that that could be an issue, is that it's dragging my trailer brakes a little bit. I don't think that's the case because I've been trying to keep the cruise control off, but I will also keep cruise control off for the rest of this trip. That being said, there's a Flying J here with a GM Energy charger, and I'm gonna go top this thing off. So this should be cool. If there was more of these, towing with an EV would be a lot better. It's just like a gas station you can pull through with the trailer on. It's sick. So it's just connecting to the vehicle, and then we should start charging. So here's a look at the Flying J, and it is a partnership with GM. So that's pretty cool. Also, while I was stopped, I thought I'd get Ben a little something to make up for being broken. So I got him some Arnie's, his favorite drink. And I think to make it a little bit better, I'm gonna go load it on the trailer and tie it down. We're on our way up there right now. So I put 55 miles on since I charged it. I'm getting to the point where I'm averaging 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour. It's pretty similar to what I had before if you include this portion of the trip. I'm at 60% again, and I'm at 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour while towing an empty trailer. That's awful. So I get like 160 miles worth of range, roughly, something like that. I mean, I think it's 170 kilowatt hour battery. So yeah, this thing's like pretty much useless. I see all these comments where people are getting massive amounts of range with this, and I don't know how they're doing it. Yeah, I'm doing 68, 69 miles an hour. I'm doing a few over the speed limit. Like, isn't that how most people drive? Yeah, I'm just not really sure how it's doing this. I went and I turned off the gain on the trailer. That's real low. I've been trying to drive. I had cruise control off for a while. I just put it back on to see if that helps. I don't know. Like, I understood with the Bronco it being bad because the Bronco's humongous, but like, I don't know. This is just an empty trailer. It's 3,500 pounds probably. Like, why is it so rough? Rough meaning bad. So, I don't know. Keep going. See what it gets to when I put the F-150 on the back. So, to save a little bit on battery, Google Maps went and recommended me to take these side roads. I'm at 94 miles of range. I know that thing lies. I'm at 45% battery. And it says I should get there. And by my math, I think it's pretty accurate. I'm going to go reset one of my trip counters, though, and see what I get for range on these side roads. Currently, it's at about 1.1. Yeah, both trips have averaged a 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour. So I'm going to reset the one and see what I get on these side roads. So I was doing the back roads, and I was at 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour until I just pulled the whole hill back there. So that's probably where this thing will do a lot better. Sadly, that's where I basically do no towing at all. But after this experience, I think I'm going to go buy one of the new Ram Chargers. I think they canceled the all-electric version of the new Ram, and they've changed the one with the onboard generator to be the Ram 1500 Rev. And they're saying you get about 600 miles worth of range in between the 140 kilowatt hour battery plus a 27 gallon tank of fuel. And it's not like a plug-in hybrid. There's no mechanical link between the engine and the axles. All it's used for is for charging the batteries. And you know, as long as you can go and drive it and it can fully charge while you're completely depleted on battery, I think I'm game. Because all I need is like, even if it gets 150 miles worth of range, I don't care. I just want to be able to fill up and keep going. Because recharging this out on the road isn't any cheaper than filling it with gas compared to my Super Duty. So the only time that this is of any interest in saving money is when you go and charge it at home. So if you're not charging it at home and completing your whole trip, you're not really saving as much as you think you are. So yeah, if I get the option to just go fill it with gas on the road, I think that'd be awesome. And of course, I got to see what these things cost, the new Rams. If it's a ton of money, I'm not going to do it because it's still just not as good as a diesel pickup. But if you get one for a bargain, which I may be able to do because there may be not a huge amount of interest in it, maybe. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. But this thing is just a disappointment towing. So, I don't know. Be upset with that if you want. But max, I'm getting 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour with an empty trailer. So, it's like 230 miles of range, maybe. And that's if I'm driving in town. Otherwise, I'm getting 1.1 mile per kilowatt hour. So maybe I have like 180 miles worth of range or something. I don't know. It's not great. So I am 2 miles out. I have 17% left of my battery. And since I've really started on the back roads, I've had 1.4 miles per kilowatt hour. For my entire 250 mile trip, I've had 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour. That's my average. That is still not really that good for an empty trailer. So I was averaging like 0.9 last trip with the Bronco on. All right, guys, it's now the next morning. We're gonna go see what this thing gets for range, towing Ben's F-150. I honestly don't think it'll be too much off of where we were with just the empty trailer. All right, so we're at another set of chargers. They're charge point chargers, 200 kilowatts. I reset the odometer for the trip, and we're gonna see what we do with the F-150. Yeah, it really shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. So I'm pretty interested, but the empty trailer was like rough too, so I don't know how much better it'll get or worse it'll get. We'll see. So we're a little over 90% leaving that charger. We've gone 142 miles and average 0.9 miles per kilowatt hour. We were doing a little bit better until we got on the highway, but still, it's not really too much less than what we were doing with the just bare trailer, so that's what it is. We're going to go and charge up now, back at this GM Energy, and then we're gonna go to Denny's for breakfast. So we're home. We're charged to about 94%. We're at 45 now. And here is the overall information. The second trip here was 231 miles, and we averaged 0.9 miles per kilowatt hour, which would give us, I don't know, I'll do the math. It's probably about 160 miles worth of range. That's not much better than I got towing the Bronco. So, I don't know. I see a lot of numbers of people posting, getting 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour, this and that. I just don't see it. Even when I was towing the empty trailer, it was still like 1.1 or 1.2. So, that's just kind of what this truck's going to get, I guess. I played with the gain, played with the cruise control. No matter what, it was all still pretty similar. And on that trip back, I stayed about 65 miles an hour, so I don't know. Overall, though, it was a success. Picked Ben up. He's got his arm in a little sling thing.
Yep.
And, you know, did the job. But, you know, it could do it. He'd be better off in a internal combustion engine truck. And here's the whole setup. As you can see, this is just a stock F-150. It's actually a limited, so it actually might be a little bit lowered. But, yeah, pretty aerodynamic compared to the Bronco, a lot lighter. Just nothing crazy. So, I'll let you guys form your own opinions, because some people get upset when I form some and share them with you.